What to do when somebody breaks up with you, when somebody leaves you. How do you react? How do you get over this? How do you heal? And some people are looking to get back that person. What do you do? How do you deal with this? This person that you love so much or you think you love so much has said goodbye. They don't want to see you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to be with you anymore. What do you do? At some point, some of us are at that place where somebody leaves and it feels like your entire world has crumbled. You can't sleep at night. A lot of people can't eat. You can't stop thinking about that person. You don't want to go out. You can't have fun. My goodness. A lot of people feel like they feel less about themselves because their sense of self-worth was so attached to that person. That person was like your trophy, right? You showed them off to your parents, you showed them off to your friends. Hmm, that amazing person. But now they've said goodbye. To some people, it comes as a surprise. But let me tell you, it is not something that happened all of a sudden. For some people, it is. Maybe you cheated on that person, now they don't want to see you anymore. But in many cases, it is something that was ongoing. They were not totally in love with you. They were thinking of leaving you for a long time now. And even sometimes when there's cheating, it very often it takes time till that person says goodbye. I'm not gonna stay with you anymore. How do you deal with this? You don't beg, you let them go. You don't plead, you let them go. You see, our natural reaction is to beg, is to plead, is to cry, please don't go. There are loads of songs about it. We don't want them to go, so we think that to get them to stay, we have to do some crazy thing, beg. Some people even promise, I'm gonna marry you, bring them flowers. Oh, it's almost like a death. What do you do? No contact. No contact. That is hard to do because it's like being addicted to some drug and being asked to just stop taking it. It's like being addicted to whether it be cigarettes or marijuana or alcohol or anything that somebody can be addicted to and being asked to just stop. There will be withdrawal symptoms. You will find an excuse. You'll find some sort of excuse to contact that person. But this is step number one. You do not contact them. As a matter of fact, you let them go. They say they don't want to be with you. You don't do it in a rude way, especially if you want them back, but you let them go. Love is not forced. Love is freely given. People have free will. They have choice. They decided in the first place to be with you. So they can decide not to be with you. You cannot force them. You cannot buy them. You cannot buy love. What you do is you let that person go. T.D. Jakes said, when people can walk away from you, let them walk. I remember one time I was dealing with a breakup years ago, and then that really helped me. When people can walk away from you, you let them walk. You let them go. That person does not want to be with you, and you're going to beg them. You think that is going to work. No, it's counterintuitive. You let that person go. If they made a mistake, they will be back. Let them be the one to do that. But you go on, you cry, you give them their time away, you give them their space. If they're gonna come back, you give them that space. And if they're not gonna come back, you allow yourself to heal. Every day is gonna get better. First night, you may not sleep. Second night, you will not sleep. Third night, and then as time goes by, eventually you'll reach to a point where you'll start to miss them less and less. In other words, the missing will subside. But there will be this voice telling you call them. There will be this voice telling you text them. Do not listen to that voice that tells you to contact them. No, it will work against you. A voice will tell you, oh, just call them and they will welcome you. No, they will not welcome you. Many times they're already in another relationship, sad to say. Or they may not be in another relationship, but they don't want to see you, brother. They don't want to see you, sister. This applies to both men and women, young men and young women, old men and old women, for quote unquote, because nobody is old, grown. When people can walk away from you, let them walk, because they it's not meant to be. It cannot hold. And even if you take crazy glue or super glue, you cannot keep the two of you together. It doesn't matter how long you've been trying, you've been working on it. If the person is not meant for you to be in your life anymore, maybe they were meant for you before, but now things have changed and they're no longer meant for you. You started on that journey together, you're going on that journey together, and then something happened. People have different mindsets. One went their separate way. You do not keep going that way. No. Do you know that way? No. Let them go that way and you continue walking. When people can walk away from you, let them walk and you continue walking. That is how you heal from a breakup. And that is also how you get your partner to come back if they choose. If they do not want to come back, there is nothing you could do. You could give them $1 million. If you have that, most of us don't have that. You could give them thousands of dollars. You could buy them expensive gifts. They may come back. If that person is there for the money, they may come back just to take your money, but you will not be able to have them to love you. As I said, love is freely given. Love is freely given. You cannot force it. When somebody says goodbye, you tell them, fine, have a good life. That doesn't mean you have to be an enemy with them. But you give yourself that time to heal as well. And self-respect. Do you respect yourself? You need to respect yourself and let people go. Let people go. Have what is called the gift of goodbye. Believe in goodbye. Understand that things end. Things end. Relationships end. I'm not saying that all relationships that will end or your relationship will end, but relationships do end. And very often, why does it end? Because you were asking for something different. Law of attraction. You had been asking all along for a better relationship. That person was doing something that you didn't like, and you're saying, oh my goodness, I wish I had a partner that was like that. I wish she were like that. I wish he were like that. You asking, and the universe listened. They were asking, oh, this guy is terrible. Oh, this girl is. And they were asking for something different to what they have. And the universe always listens. When you ask, it is given. So both of you or one of you were in alignment with something else and not that relationship that you were in. Because you were not in alignment with it, it had to break up. That is why very often cheating leads to breakup, because the person is cheating, they're not totally in alignment with the relationship. They do not value it enough. Somebody somebody's eyes are focused on something else, and very often it leads to a breakup because the universe is giving you that other thing that you desire, and very often it ends. But how do you heal? Self love. Love yourself 100%. Don't depend on the validation, outside validation, somebody else. Somebody else loving you for you to love yourself. As we are in nature, and I'm sending you loads of healing, positive energy. Don't depend on somebody else. The birds are singing. It's wonderful. I always enjoy coming here in nature and to talk to you. It's a monologue, or it's probably a dialogue. It's a dialogue if you comment too. Yes. And you have to remember your power. Remember how powerful you are. Remember your greatness. Remember your greatness. Remember your divine nature. And that things are always working out for you. Very often, that so called quote unquote failed relationship leads to a successful relationship, a better relationship, because that relationship that you're gonna have is based on that previous relationship that offered you some form of contrast and clarity, where you know what you don't want and you know what you want in a partner, and you have more clarity. So now you know exactly what you want. And someday you're going to look back and say, my goodness, why was I so in love with that person? Because you have a better, more juicy, more delicious relationship with someone new. And maybe you're saying, my goodness, I don't want a juicy relationship with someone new. I want my lover back. Yes, it's hard to grasp it when you're going through the pain of a breakup. But I'm here to tell you that it does get better. It always gets better. You always get what you want. You always get that pure positive energy that your past relationship offered when you were in love. You're going to be in love again. You were in love and you are at one with Source. Both of you were holding each other as the object of attention, and it felt good. It felt not good, great. It felt awesome. It felt out of this world. It felt so divine, so godly, being in love. But gradually, the love started to disappear, dissipate, and the relationship ended. The relationship ended. You can't get back to that place. You can't get back to that place of pure positive energy. Anticipation. I want you to, if you're going for a breakup, stand in anticipation of that pure positive energy that is about to return to you with a new partner that you will someday soon meet. And both of you will know that you are the one for each other. But do not make that mistake of begging anybody to be with you. Don't do it. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's a heavy cross to carry. A breakup feels like almost like a death. It's even worse because a lot of people commit suicide, God forbid, because of a breakup that have. I think, I don't have the facts, but in my experience, this happened less with death. I don't hear people killing themselves because a family member died or a friend died. I hear it happening when, or the girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife dies. I see it happening when there's a breakup. That is how traumatic, that is how terrible a breakup can feel, because the two of you, your energies are so intertwined together that you can't even separate one from the other. You started doing things Each one knows the other. The two of you do things together. It's almost to a point where you can't tell one from the other. That is how close a relationship brings people. And when it ends, it's a bad feeling. It's a terrible feeling. Do your research. Like if you're going for a breakup right now, you're going for a divorce, and you're watching a video like this, congratulations. Do more of that. Read books, read articles, watch videos, whatever way you learn best. You learn best. Do that and help yourself get. You'll be back on your feet again, as the song says. When you're back, you will be back on your feet again, but it takes time. Time is on your side. Time heals. Time helps you heal. As time goes by, the pain will be less and less. Know your greatness. Know that everything is always working out for you. Know that the universe hasn't forgotten about you, but the universe knows. Your inner being knows that there's something greater out there for you as the breeze is blowing. Ooh, nature send you all this beautiful breeze, all this beautiful energy. The bigger part of who you are knows that there's something great for you. Broader perspective knows that there is something great for you. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. And it may come to a point where they may regret walking away from you, but it will be too late. By then you would have decided, no, I don't want to be that person anymore. Whether you have met someone new or you haven't. Maybe you will meet someone new quickly and be able to say, no, that's it. Or even if you haven't met somebody new, you have healed so much that you don't want that relationship back. And in retrospect, you ask yourself, nah, this person is not even my type anymore. Because when the breakup is new, when the breakup is fresh, all the great attributes about the person become, they are so vast in your eyes. They're so clear to you, like, wow, that's a great person. But then as time goes by, it becomes less and less. You start to see how much of a terrible person they were, because everybody has good and bad. So when the relationship just ends, when the breakup is fresh, you see their greatness, the great attributes about them, and then as time goes by, the bad attributes become highlighted. Maybe you could make a list of all the things that suck about that person. Maybe you could do that. All the things, all the bad ways, all the things you hated. Remind yourself. And I'm here to give you strength. I'm here to help you through this situation. I have been there. So many people have been there and will be there. That is life. But if you know that you always come out on top, you will come out on top. Do you believe? Do you know that you will come out on top? Do you know how great of a person you are? You gotta know it. Send you loads of positive energy, how to heal from a breakup, how to deal with a breakup. We're just chatting. I'm just talking to you. In nature, where I love to be. At one with source. At one with the trees, the birds. Mantius Cazaubon. This is the Mantius Way YouTube channel. Click the like button. Be sure to share the video if you got something. If you made it thus far, let me know. Let me know that you did. One love. Mantius Cazaubon. God bless and all the best.